guys, welcome back to my channel, Coffee and Pixie Dust. For those of you who do not know, I am Allie, and today's video is me going over my budget with you guys. This is the budgeting tool that I use. We'll talk about this in a minute. But for those of you who do not know, I'm a teacher's assistant, but there are no jobs currently in that thing, so I've been moved to a different place, but my pay will stay the same. So with that being said, this is approximately what I believe I'm going to be getting in the month of September. It should be noted that in the month of September, everything is, it takes a little while to catch up. So that is where we are with that. So we're gonna start with my paycheck number one. So I'm doing this based off of last year's checks and what they looked like. So I'm doing an approximate. I'm not like doing 100% because I don't know what it's going to be. But I know that generally this is what it was last year, was about $760 to begin with. Right out the year. That was because I get paid bi-weekly. So then the next amount that I'm going to put in is, for those of you who do not know, I sell Beachbody, and the first rank that I'm trying to get is Emerald, which is an extra $250. So I'm gonna put that in there as if I am going to be receiving that money. That being said, I also have a bunch of stuff on Poshmark, which the total comes out to about $586. So if I sell everything on there, the total amount to everything that I will have is $1,596 for the month. I use EveryDollar by Dave Ramsey to budget. That is my preferred method. So from there, we are going to eliminate all of the totals that rolled over from August, which does not need to be there. And we are going to put in the amounts that I am going to be saving each month for each situation, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't really know what the word I'm looking for is. So we are going to budget literally every dollar. This month, I am not spending any money on clothing, clothing, accessories, hair, or anything like that. I'm not going to be spending any type of money on, just because that has been my chosen scenario. So we are going to just throw that into consideration. Okay, so now that everything I believe is zeroed out, no, it's not. We're going to zero these equations, zero that out. And what I like about this is that it gives you a spot to add in dealing with credit cards and all of that jazz situation. Okay, so I also use Dave Ramsey's budgeting percentages. That's how I personally budget. You guys can do however you want. That's just my personal preference to use his budgeting percentages. So the first line is giving, which they really do emphasize giving, and I find that I appreciate giving. So it says 10 to 15%. For that one, I am going to be doing the low end of it, so the 10% for this month, just because I know that this month's going to be a little bit tight in my budget scenario to do this. So that is $159.60 approximately. So now that that's done, actually it wasn't in the right category. I didn't want to put that in that category. That is church. I am actually going to do myself a favor and get rid of that one because I don't need that one. I just need this one, $59.60. So then it gives you a spot for savings. So I have an emergency savings account, and I'm currently also using a YouTube savings account. So I'm working on baby step 1. So from that, my paycheck from my school district gets, a portion of that gets put into my savings account, and the first check is going to be very low. So I'm only going to need to subtract the $300 from one of the checks. I'm only going to need to subtract the $300 from one of the checks, so it should, but for this purpose, so again, it's like 10 to 15%. So again, I'm gonna do the high end of this one just because like I said, a big portion of my school district check goes in my savings account. And I also just am trying to do baby step 1. So I really want that to be, so that's going to be $215.46 is going to go in there. Which to some might seem crazy, but it's going to work. So I'm in a fortunate enough spot that I don't have to pay mortgage or rent or water or gas or electricity or cable or trash. So I don't have to worry about that stuff right now. For transportation, I'm going off of what it took me last year to fill my tank every 2 weeks, which was about $60 for that. For cart maintenance, I'm going to give myself $100. I haven't had to really worry about maintenance, but I'm going to give myself $100 this month for car maintenance. Groceries, so I pretty much only buy certain things. So I buy frozen fruit for my shakes, which costs about $4. I also buy my pop every 2 weeks, which again is on a sale and on deals. And then I also buy myself some soups, which 20. And then I buy myself certain things, and then I think there was just, okay, so I'm gonna give myself a budget of about $50 for groceries, just because I don't know what I'm really gonna need. So we're just, you know what, actually we're gonna go with $60 just cause I can. So restaurants, I'm not planning on eating out at all. I'm not planning on buying any clothing. For my phone, I paid outright for my phone, so I don't have any, but I do give my mom for my portion of anything that I use for the bill because I'm on the family plan still. I give her $20 for my phone. Fun money, we're not doing any fun money. So for cosmetics, I'm giving myself another $20. For my subscriptions, this is where things get a little funky. So I pay for a Shakeology subscription that is $9.87 each month. Plus I spend for my business fees. So that is $115.10. Nothing else is coming out this month for that. It's not pet care. I don't have any pet care. So for child care, I don't really call this child care. I call it my son's name. So I'm just going to put in here $100. I don't think he'll need anything this month because we're pretty good, but entertainment, I'm not putting anything in. So I get my nails done every 2 weeks, and I'm going to put in the amount as if I am still going every 2 weeks for the exact same thing that I would normally go for. The problem is that if you live in New York, you understand things are very uncertain and we don't know if things are staying open. And I'm not saying that like our health isn't important. I'm just saying that like certain things seem to be. So I'm putting in 60 as if I'm going. So I don't go to the gym. I pay for Beachbody On Demand, which is not due this month. And then for vitamins, I pay. So I have actually, I pay for my birth control and I pay for a Care Of subscription. So I'm putting in the amount right there, which is approximately, I might have over, but it's all good. We don't have any doctor's visits. For the health insurance, I don't have any. So that health insurance is paid for by my employer, so I just have the dental and eye that I pay for. That's approximately $40. So I have $565.84 left to budget when I take all of that out. So I'm going to go to an important thing for me right now. I don't have a car loan. I don't have any medical bills or personal loan. My focus is credit cards. So there are 2 small ones that come to $243.16 I want to pay off this month. So that leaves me with $322 to budget in. So since I have a little bit of wiggle room, we are going to go back and look at some of the budgeting categories because, like I said, I'm not giving myself any money to spend on clothes. So for car maintenance, I'm going to actually up that to $120. So that way it has got a little bit of wiggle room. And then for groceries, I'm actually going to up that again. Even though I don't usually spend a ton of money on food and I'm not really I don't buy like a ton of groceries. So from there, I'm actually going to put in here, even though I'm going in with the intention of not buying clothes, I'm going to give myself $40 in that category in case something does arise where it needs to be done. Fun money, I'm not really going places, but I am going to give myself $20 for fun money. And then again, for hair and cosmetics, I put for hair and cosmetics, just because I am trying to use things up and do that sort of thing, I'm going to put in actually 60 there instead of 20, just to give myself that little bit of extra money. So then I am going to actually add a separate item that I don't know where I would add it to. Probably savings. I'm going to add the item because I am planning for a trip. So I'm gonna put a trip here because we are saving for a trip, and I'm gonna give myself 60 here. No, actually this is the wrong thing. This is not the thing. So in regards to entertainment, we're gonna go back to that category. So the only entertainment I'm really doing right now is reading and research. So I'm gonna allow myself 60 here for entertainment, even though I'm not going anywhere. And then the $102.68 I am going to put in the miscellaneous column. And what I like about this is that it gives you an every dollar budget. So I'm really, really happy with that budget. It's not perfect. It's probably going to change because money is fluid right now, but this is where I'm at right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you do. If you're not already subscribed, please give it a subscribe. Have a really good day, and I will see you all next time.